Oh, are we live? I can't tell if we're live. Oh, it looks like we're live. All right. Well, hold on. All right, guys. Hi, I'm Matt, and welcome to Tech Tested. We are doing just a fun live stream video, and I'm testing this out. I've never done this before, so we're gonna see how it goes. Hopefully, the audio's fine. We're probably not gonna have much. Why is that not on? There we go. Not sure about what all is going to happen today. I'm just having some fun overclocking the Phenom 955 Black Edition, and I thought you guys might enjoy that content as well. So here we are, finally getting into. Please tell me it gets into the BIOS. And why is it's shot right into Windows? That is so frustrating. Okay, why is it? Why is that not refreshing? Let's do something here. I don't know what's going on here. Video capture device properties. It's not capturing video capture device properties. There we go. Now it's current. All right, that was just leftover. So, yeah, we need to restart, obviously. And, wait, nope. Can we go to restart? There. For some reason, it might be in Quick Boot. I'm really hoping that's not. Please check the video resolution. The current resolution is 1600. Oh, okay. So let's see here. Properties. Resolution, custom. Let's see here. 1920 by 1080. Okay. All right. Is Windows really going to do an update right now? That's so frustrating. It's so frustrating. Oh, I need to file settings, stream. I'm not sure what we're gonna do here. It's saying the resolution isn't ideal, which I don't know if we can do 1920 by 1080. Stream output, general. Oh, hold on. I might have to cancel this really quick. Oh, come on. Windows has to update. Are you kidding me? This is horrible. Oh, I'm not excited about this at all. It's going to take forever. Why is Windows updating? Anyway, if you guys want to chat, I thought this would be a really good way to engage with the audience. I'm definitely looking forward to doing that. If you guys have any questions about the channel, about what's going on, about the challenge that we have going, that would be a lot of fun to discuss. Let's see here. New audio device detected. Don't switch. All right, I'm not switching. Uh-oh. Let's see here. Ah, look. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, I'd love to answer them. Oh, can we get into the BIOS? Please just let me get into the BIOS. Gotta tap that delete button. Maybe? BIOS, 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 BIOS. Yes, we're into the BIOS. Okay. So it's weird because OBS shows it up over here first, and then I see it on the monitor that I'm streaming to right there. So, okay, so we're in the BIOS. We're going to do some basic overclocking here. So CPU ratio, obviously that has to be AI over. We're doing all manual, buddy. CPU level up. What? Huh. That's an interesting feature. I wonder if that's just for the CPU ratio. How do we switch that to manual? Okay. Oop, nope, not what I wanted to do. All right. It's not letting me select that CPU bus. Okay, maybe we have to CPU level up 9. Nope. Ah, there we go. There we go. Okay, so we've got the base frequency here of 200. PCI Express frequency, we're going to leave auto for now. Memory frequency is running at 1600 megahertz. What I'm actually going to do is downclock that to, we'll say, 800 megahertz. We're going to lower the multiplier to like 14, which is actually going to underclock our CPU. But I really like with the 955s and the Phenom series, whichever one you want to call it. I really like to adjust the base frequency first. So we're going to just go, you know what? Let's go bonkers, 210. CPU Northbridge frequency. Okay, this we're going to have to do manually because as you overclock your base frequency, it will adjust your hypertransport and your CPU Northbridge frequency. And we definitely want to, what's CPU spread spectrum? We'll leave that at auto. DRAM timing, GPU timing, extreme overvolting. There we go. Manual mode, that's what we like. Wait. Why is this set to auto? Do we have to do offset mode? Oh no, what? Let's do 1.45. Let's see what that does for us. 1.45 gigahertz, or not gigahertz, 1.45 volts on the memory. We're going to leave the CPU Northbridge voltage manual or on auto. We're going to leave a lot of these on auto. Northbridge switching frequency. Okay, there's a couple other things though, like for power management that we're going to have to address. So let's see here. That should be under. There might be under some other CPU configuration. Cool and quiet is disabled. C1 state. We don't need virtual machine enabled, so we're going to disable that. All right, so Northbridge, Southbridge, CPU core on-off function. It'd be fun if we had a CPU where we could actually unlock some cores, wouldn't it? Oh gosh, I just realized that on the stream it's showing my face like well underneath the tuck tested banner, which is fine. We can move that. So let's see here. We have, I'm a little frustrated because CPU configuration, okay, that's what we wanted. I need to figure out where the load line calibration is. Load line calibration is extremely important when you are dealing with DRAM overclock profile. Okay, well, we're not doing the overclock profile. Anyone knows where the load line calibration is on this in this BIOS? Feel free to speak up in the chat because it should be somewhere around this area, I would think, but maybe not. Monitor, voltage monitor. Okay, that's fine. Oh, let's do a fan speed control. We are not doing cool and quiet. Oh wait, that's not cool and quiet. We're gonna go turbo on our CPU fan controls, just so that they in chassis fan controls enable. We're gonna go turbo on this too because that we have some fans set up for cooling like the VRM. And we also need to, okay, that's boot. Where is load line calibration? It should be, oh, wait a minute. Power saving mode disabled. Spread spectrum. Extreme tweaking. I think that's just for memory though, right? All right. I want load line calibration. Oh, wait a minute. Did I miss it? Load extreme, okay. Load line calibration. Anybody have an idea where that might be in here? Power control. Ah, there we go. Found it. Yes. Okay. We're going to set load line calibration to medium because what this does, and you'll see it when we get into the into Windows, load line calibration, what it does is when you are at a low, when you set it to low, what it does is it actually drops voltage when there's a heavy load on the CPU. I'm guessing that's in order to save power somehow. But when you set it to high, it will increase the voltage of the CPU. Or when you set it to like something like extreme, it will increase the voltage of the CPU beyond what your parameters are. So as you can see here, it says CPU load line calibration is defined by AMD VRM specs and affects CPU voltages, the CPU working, blah, 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 blah. But you can see regular, 0, 2, medium, 3, 50%, 4, 75%, 5, extreme. We don't want extreme. We'll see what this does. But, so we're going to go ahead and save changes and reset. We could just do a multiplier overclock, which would probably be easier, but it's kind of fun to see how high you can get your base frequency. The base frequency is just so much fun to play with, and you can often get slightly higher overclocks if you adjust your base frequency first. So what you do is you lower your multiplier and then slowly step up your base frequency. And by doing that, what you do is preparing automatic repair. Uh-oh, that can't be good. Oh my gosh. This is a bit chaotic already. So, oh, I need to turn. I bet you guys are hearing an echo, and no one said anything. You were getting some audio input from my PC ran into a problem. All right. So we'll restart it for you. We'll just go the boring route of overclocking and do multiplier overclocking then, because it very well could be that the PCI Express frequency went too high because of the base frequency overclocking. So we are going to try to get back into the BIOS and then just do multiplier overclocking because it's much simpler to do it that way. All right, let's do the boring 200, and then we are going to, that was, stock is 16. So do some simple maths. If I was smarter, I could do this in my head, but let's see. Let me see here. So 16 times 200 will be 3.2 gigahertz. So 17 times 200 is 3.4. So going up by a half would raise us by 100 megahertz. So if I did 16.5, that would be 100 megahertz, but I'm going to go straight up to 17 because I think this CPU should be able to handle this at the CPU should be able to handle 3.4 gigahertz with no problem. That's my hopes. Oh, and I forgot to reset the timings on the or the memory frequency. I should have raised that a little bit. So oh shoot. Preparing it. This is going to be a pain. This is going to be such a pain in the butt if it keeps trying to repair Windows. Because I was literally just in Windows. Enter to try again. We'll try again. Oh my gosh. We're just going to keep pushing through. Come on, Windows. Are you kidding me? F8. This is just going to turn to... Alright. We're going to try something. The beautiful thing about this particular motherboard is it's got a reset button and a power button on the motherboard. It's the Asus Crosshair 5 formula. So that really helps out quite a bit when doing things. So what we're going to do is load optimized. Oh my gosh, why is it trying to get into a RAID configuration? Please, no. No, 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 no. No, no, no. No, no, no. Just let me into the BIOS. Let me into the BIOS. No RAIDs. We're going to have to change our SATA configurations here too, apparently. What are you doing? I don't even know what it's doing now. Like, it is just... Oh, obviously preparing automatic repair. What else could it possibly be doing? I can't even overclock if I can't get in. You know what? I've got another SSD we might try that has Windows installed on it. What the hell? I should have more patience for this, but I really don't. Let's get into the BIOS, load optimized defaults, see what that does. I hate this. Windows is just a pain in the butt. Why is it trying to go into a RAID? Come on, just get into the BIOS. Why are you trying to auto repair? Why won't you let me get into the BIOS? This is going to be an awful video. This is just going to be me beating my head over the desk for a long time, just getting completely frustrated. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we're going to do some hard resets. Hold on. Alright, let's see if that helped any. Hey, David! How's it going? I gotta have my Coca-Cola. F1. Let's get into F1. Let's see here. Okay, everything is reset. Boot is set to... I disable fast boot. That's what everyone needs to disable is fast boot. Alright. Alright, let's just have some... We'll do this quick and dirty. Manual, CPU level up. No. Ratio. Oh, wait. We need to do... There we go. Ratio, we're going to do 1 or 16.5. We're just going to overclock it a little bit. Bus frequency, PCIe frequency, DDR3. Yep. All of that's fine. We can overclock some of the other stuff later. Oh, voltages. Let's go straight to overvolting, because that's how we do, yo. Alright. Stream overvolting. Enable. CPU in Northbridge. CPU manual overvolting. We're going to do 1.45. We're going hard early. Got to go hard early. So, oh, wait. And then we did see... power control. We do not want load line calibration at ultra high. We want high. Ultra high would be a little bit over the top. So let's see here. We are going to, I think, oh, we want monitor fan speed control. We want turbo, enable, turbo, and then let's see if Windows will actually boot. I really just want Windows to boot up. That would be a lot of fun. Come on, Windows. You can do it. You can do it. I believe in you. If not, we're just grabbing another SSD. Or maybe reinstalling Windows. Oh my gosh. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. There you go. Yep. You detected the SATA device. That's important. It doesn't look like it's doing a startup repair, so that's a huge plus. Let's get into Windows, and we need to get a baseline Cinebench score. Now, obviously, I've bumped it up to 3.3 gigahertz, so that's going to have an impact, a little bit of an impact. But we need a multi-core Cinebench. Of course, it's working on updates. Why would it not be working on updates? That's just how it works. All right. Let's see here. What do you guys want to talk about with tech? Like, there's a lot going on in the tech world right now, and we're going to be doing a lot of waiting like this. Hopefully not for Windows updates, but we're going to be doing a lot of waiting like this. So we kind of need to, fill up the time with something else too. No, skip for now. I don't care. All right. All right, let's check out CPU-Z. This should say what our, mining specific GPUs. Oh, I heard about that. I heard NVIDIA is making mining specific GPUs. I don't. I see. Here's what I don't understand. Why? Like, they've cut the hash rate of the, what is it, the 3060 or the 3060 Ti in half, which I get that. I appreciate that they're trying to help out the gaming consumer because, let's face it, we don't have a whole lot of options right now. But if the problem was shortage of GPUs, then why on earth are you dedicating some of your GPUs to something only 50% of the market can use? Like, if you make exclusively... The GPU miners are still going to buy the 3060s, even if they're not the most efficient. I don't know. I kind of appreciate it. I don't know, though. It's a bit wonky. All right, let's do a multi-core... Run. What? I'm plugged into Ethernet on this computer. Hold on. All right. Yeah, the Ethernet's plugged in. It's just not recognizing a network, which is fine. Nothing we are doing today should require us to be on a network. So this is going to kind of set our baseline score. We've cranked up the voltage. Actually, I just realized I do need to get on the internet with it because I need to... Where is that? All right, sorry, my switch is down there. I need to be able to download... actually, you're gonna want to move... We're gonna want to move that so that you guys can see what the score is when it's done. I need to download a temperature monitoring software because when you're overclocking, you want to be able to see how hot your CPU is getting. And you just have to have temperature monitoring software for that. There's really no way around it. Why I'm not on the internet, I don't know. We're going to have to figure that out after we do our Cinebench run. So, but yeah, they should just make a bunch of 3060 Ti's and stop dedicating some of their other resources to cater to just one market. That's the way I look at it. Let's see here. Oh. Well, I hate that. Just got a message from a friend. I'm supposed to bring him some power supplies, and I was hoping to hear from him a while ago. But since I wasn't hearing from him, I didn't bother getting them to him because I didn't want to wake him up. And then now he's just messaged me saying he's available. So yeah, exactly, David. Definitely rather get the mining specific GPUs. I mean, definitely rather just make all the same GPUs. They're going to sell eventually. Eventually, they're not going to be, even if the bubble doesn't burst, eventually they're just not going to be efficient. So we got a score of 329. So we're going to need to, I guess we'll just save that score. File, quit. Yes. So now we're going to power... Actually, let's figure out what's going on with our network. Troubleshoot problem. No. We'll just restart. Hopefully it figures it out next time we get into Windows. So, all right, smash that delete key. All right. So let's just go up to 17. Save changes and reset. Now we're up to 17 would be 3.4 gigahertz. So we were at 3.3, we're up to 3.4. So we'll have to see where that takes us next. I probably should have put on my social medias that we're going live. That would make sense. I gotta do some social media promotion. Okay, that's a terrible picture. Never mind. Not taking pictures of me. We'll just announce it. Sorry, guys. I know this part is boring. It has to be done. Oh, thanks, David. Appreciate that. All right, so let's see here. All right, so CPU Z should show us at 3.4. I'm probably not going to bother with a Cinebench run right now. We've got to figure out this internet issue. I'll be right back. The computer is actually right over there. I didn't have enough room on my desk to put it in front of us. That would make it a lot easier for me to stay on camera while doing this, but I'm literally just stepping over there. It's not like I'm running to the bathroom. That will happen eventually. Yep, you can see we're at 3.411 gigahertz. Yeah. We're running at 3.4 gigahertz. That's what we should expect. So I'll be right back trying to figure out that network issue. Oh my gosh. Could be this one. Could even be a bad port on my Switch. Still not showing a network, is it? Oh my gosh. All right. It was working before. Windows is so stupid. How am I supposed to... How does it expect me to... Do I have any, like, core temp or anything? Nope. That's all of the programs I have. What is Game Bar? It's all the programs I have on this computer. So, you know what I might be able to do? Here's what we're going to try to do. We're going to take a flash drive on this computer, and we are going to download core temp, and then just... Actually, I may have already downloaded it at some point. Let me check. Downloads. Probably not on this computer, actually. I use core temp for AMD CPUs. And I will move this over here so I can see what... Oh, nope. Let's try this so I can actually see you guys. All right. All CPUs core temp. All right. Download. We'll just do it here. There. That's fast. All right. So what we need to do now is open up our USB drive and then drag. All right. Thank goodness core temp is an absolutely microscopically demanding program. It has like zero demand, so we'll just... Oh, I should probably properly eject it, shouldn't I? All right. Eject. All right. Hey, look, we see the USB device. Perfect. All right. New. Core temp. Run. Yes. Yes. All right. Let's see here. Next. 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 Why not? Next. Install. Next. We won't launch core temp right now because we're just going to try to go into the BIOS again. Restart. We're just going to try to get back into the BIOS, pump this up again. I'm hoping to get 4 gigahertz. This isn't like an AMD FX processor. These really kind of top out at the 3.84 gigahertz mark, which isn't a bad thing necessarily. Just not necessarily what I want. Like, it would be really fun to get this thing up to like 4.3 gigahertz or something. So we'll do 17.5. Oh, whoa. No, that said 5. Okay, 17. I'm guessing this is a black edition because it's obviously letting us adjust the multiplier. So I didn't know if it was a black edition or not. So it's kind of nice that it's a black edition, because just bumping up the multiplier is a lot of fun. You can do that on pretty much all AMD processors now, besides like I think some of the Athlons are the very low end ones, but it's not a big issue right now. So also the max CPU temp for the Phenom series is max CPU temperature is 60 degrees Celsius. It's not like modern CPUs where like you can go up to 100 degrees or 70 or 80 degrees Celsius and you're just fine. These like to sit right at that very low threshold. So okay, getting into Windows, that's the first good sign. Now, there are different ways of overclocking. A lot of people say just don't even bother running any sort of stress test. Just get into Windows, restart, up the multiplier until you can't get into Windows anymore. But as you can see, that creates a problem. If you were here a little bit earlier, that creates a problem with the setup, because sometimes it just doesn't want to... sometimes it kind of screws up with Windows. So, oh, come on. What? Listen to me. There we go. Oh, just type. All right. What are you talking about? Why is it not... It's not receiving any input from the keyboard. Are you serious? Am I going to have to go get a different keyboard? And I'm sorry, that's banging up on the mic quite a bit, because it's right next to the mic. So let's go get another keyboard off the mining rig, which is right here behind me. So yeah, my mining rig's running. So I'll be right back. All right, so we have our keyboard installed. Hopefully it... There we go. I don't even know what Good Game Empire is. I don't even know how that got... Maybe that downloaded when I installed Core Temp. So what we're going to do is... So yeah, we're idling at 29 degrees Celsius. So we're going to actually run Cinebench twice. And then we are going to, the first time we're just going to run Cinebench so we aren't stressing our CPU. Not like Core Temp puts a huge stress on your CPU, but if you want your best results, just don't have any other programs running while you run Cinebench. That's really the best way to do it. We are going to run this without Core Temp, and then we're going to run it with Core Temp. Now, to let you guys know, I am running with a 240 millimeter radiator, and I have a fan blowing on the VRM, so... If this was an FX, like an 8-core FX processor, I'd be really worried about pushing the voltage too high. But with this Phenom, they don't, in my experience, they don't run near as hot as the FX series do, which makes sense. I mean, you're just not pushing, you're not trying to power quite as much. Granted, it's an older lithography and it's not as efficient, so you do run a little hot, but not like the FX processors do. So our goal is to beat the 329 score that we have right there. And then once we beat the 329 score, we're going to run Cinebench with Core Temp so we can see what our temperatures are getting up to. Again, not expecting them to get hot. Then we'll restart, bump it up to, what is that? It says we're running at 3.5 gigahertz. We'll bump it up to 3.6. And then we will keep bumping it up until we hit a brick wall. And then we'll start messing with the base frequency. And I'll tell you guys how to do that. Also, on these processors, if you increase the frequency of your North Bridge and your South Bridge, it's North Bridge, there's a couple things, I forget what they're called, but there's a couple things you can increase the frequency of, and it definitely helps out a lot in your scores. This is back in the day when motherboard settings actually made a much bigger difference in CPU performance. They moved a lot of the stuff to the chip that used to be on motherboards. So, all right, 350. We went up 21 points, which is actually pretty good. I'm not disappointed with that, especially on an older CPU like this. So what we're going to do is we are going to file... you know what? We're not even going to bother with that. So what we're going to do here is run and keep an eye on the temperatures, which the temperatures we're looking at are right down here. We don't want that to get above 60 degrees Celsius. That's our threshold. So if you guys can enjoy watching that, I've got a bathroom problem. I go to the bathroom all the time, so I'm going to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Hope this keeps you entertained, and come up with questions in the chat that you want to ask, and we'll just keep interacting. I'm going to keep pushing this thing for a long time. This is going to be a long stream, so stick around. We're going to have a lot of fun with this, and if we find if we hit a brick wall with this processor, I've got a couple other ones we can overclock too and have some fun doing that. So hopefully we get a good score. I'm going to be right back. Bathroom is calling my name. Oh my gosh. I think I knocked something over in there. All right. So still running, still running. We're up to 40 degrees Celsius. So we've got 20 degrees Celsius of headroom. We're only at we're at 1.45 volts. So, okay, we went down just a hair from our 350. As you can see, like even running a small program like Cinebench, or not Cinebench, Core Temp will drop your score. We were at 350. It dropped us to 347. 3 points, clearly not a huge difference, but it's something to keep in mind if you're looking for your absolute best score. We're not going to save that one. Power, restart. We're going to try to get back into the BIOS now. Man, going to the bathroom really kills your viewership, doesn't it? In the future, I hope to schedule these and let people know when they're going to be scheduled. So this is the best part, just smashing that delete button. There we go. Okay. 18. So yes, what we're going to do is, here's our AI tweaker. We've got DDR3 1600 megahertz. We've got 32 gigabytes of it, which is just overkill for this system. You really don't need, if you're just going for Cinebench scores, you don't need more than like 4 or 8 gigabytes. I'm just silly and love dropping in 32 gigabytes of RAM because, anyway, later we will be upping our Northbridge frequency and our that's what I was looking for, the hyper transport link frequency. You can get those up to, ooh, it says unsupported. Really? So with an FX processor, you can get, oh, wow, okay. So you can get your CPU Northbridge frequency up to 6200 megahertz. That's insane. All right, and I've just clicked something. Okay, PCIe frequency. So we're up to, this will be what, 3.6 gigahertz. This is where we might start hitting some issues. I expect to start hitting issues right at the 3.6, 3.7 gigahertz, and then we're going to have to do more tweaking to get it up to that 3.8 and hopefully up to 4 gigahertz mark. I would very much like to see 4 gigahertz, but there's no guarantees of that. I've never had luck with a golden chip. So, also, an interesting thing to note is this series of processors actually, from what I understand, overclocks way better on a 32-bit operating system. So like all the world records for these processors I think are done on a 32-bit operating system, and I think the world record is something like 6.3 gigahertz. It's pretty impressive for something this old. So let's see what CPU-Z has to say. All right, we're at 3.6 gigahertz, which is right where we want to be. Okay, so we want to keep an eye on this. Our hypertransport link is running at 200 or 2000 or 2 gigahertz essentially, 2000 megahertz. That's something that we will be increasing at some point. So now we need to do Cinebench. All right, let's run. All right. Come on. Okay, so our last score was 350. It's not shown there. It's showing the 329 of the 3.3 gigahertz, but we're at 3.6 gigahertz now, so we should see more than 350. That's our goal. And I'm going to stop checking the temperatures until we start increasing the voltage more, because at yes, the temperature will go up with frequency increases, but the thing is, you're not going to see an enormous change with a frequency increase. The bigger increases come with additional voltage. Now, each of them do affect your overall temperatures, but the bigger jumps come from the voltage going up. So at 1.45 volts, we're obviously not seeing a big problem here. We will eventually be going to something more like 1.5 volts. Like, I'm not afraid to burn up this chip either, guys. This is a to the moon overclock. I don't use this chip. This chip is exclusively for overclocking fun. I don't have an LN2 pot, so I can't have fun overclocking it on LN2. So for now, what we're doing is we're just gonna we're basically gonna run it till we hit a. I'm not gonna put 1.7 volts into it. We're gonna run it till we hit a thermal issue. And if we don't hit a thermal issue, if we get to like 1.65 volts, which is a lot of voltage, if we get to 1.65 volts, then we might stop there. That's kind of my voltage threshold, and then my temperature threshold is obviously the 60 degrees Celsius. So all right, 357, we saw an increase, so that's good. Not a huge increase, but I'm happy with that. No, we're not going to save that one because I think we can do better. So let's restart and get back into the BIOS. Restart at what? Program Manager? Really? That's what it's worried about? All right. Let's see here. All right, here we are back in the BIOS. Just going to put it to 18.5. That should put us up to, what do we say, 3.7 gigahertz. So, again, nothing insane. We're just going to save changes and reset. This is actually quite a boring process if you don't find this stuff interesting. Just every so often incrementally... I can't speak. Every so often incrementally increasing your frequency is really boring for a lot of people. I get that. If you're not into this kind of stuff, then it's not going to be any fun for you. But this is like one of my favorite hobbies. So I do this for fun. I find really odd ways of cooling systems just for fun. So this is what I decided to do. And this is actually also just pretty much a test for live streaming because we haven't done it before. So the setup was pretty easy. There are definitely a lot of things I can improve on as far as the stream quality goes. Actually, let me know what you would like to see for an improvement on stream quality. I would like to know what I can do better, because this is obviously very new for me, and I want to create content that you guys want to see. That's really what this is all about. Okay, so 3.712 gigahertz, which is fine. Happy with that. That is the same as a, hey Jacob, how's it going? That would be what Phenom is it, the 980 that runs at 3.7 gigahertz stock? I think it's the 980 that runs at 3.7 gigahertz stock. So we're kind of, we've approached Phenom 2 980 territory, which I'm pretty happy about, assuming we can get a decent score here. If not, crank up that voltage, right? So, yeah, let me know. Also, let me know if there's a processor you guys would like to see overclocked in a platform. I've got a pretty decent LGA 775 motherboard. I've obviously got a very nice AM3 Plus motherboard with a Crosshair 5 formula. And I've also got a decent, not a great, X58 motherboard for Intel. And I'm trying to accrue decent motherboards for as many platforms as I can, so we can do these overclocking streams. I am much more familiar with overclocking AMD than I am with Intel. I've only once ever overclocked an Intel processor, and that was on an old Alienware motherboard, where it basically controlled it by the amount of power you were willing to draw. You didn't actually... You couldn't control the voltage. You can control your frequency, but you can control your voltage. And I could only get the processor to like 4 gigahertz, which those old Sandy Bridge processors, you could push pretty dang far. So that was a very disappointing number for me. So come on, let's keep going. Let's shoot for, I think we're going to hope for 365 on this score. What do you guys think? Should we take bets? No, we can't bet. That's called gambling. Buy quick CPU. Yeah, I should. I don't have any X99 parts. I would love to. I've shopped for them a lot. 366. I was actually pessimistic. I said 365. We got 366. X99 is a platform I would love to play with. That is like kind of next on my my looks for things to purchase, but funds are not that great right now. So I'm trying to play with hardware I already have. Yeah, this is not a fast CPU. This isn't even the fastest CPU I have for this platform. I'm just having fun overclocking it. We're at 3.7 gigahertz and haven't hit a wall yet. I'm a little surprised. What frequency do you guys think this will top out at? Let me know in the comments what you think this is going to, or in the chat. I'm used to like regular YouTube format, not this. Let me know in the chat what you think we're going to top out at. We're going 19 on the multiplier. Oop. Yep. All right. Save changes and reset. Let's keep going. I think we're going to hit a big problem right around 3.9 gigahertz. Let's do something on i5. I don't have any i5 processors. I would love to do an i5. i5s are kind of just... I think they're a lot of fun. What I love about i5s is they're still high-quality processors, but because they don't have the hyper-threading, there's not the huge overhead on CPU utilization, so you can kind of push them farther. Yeah, I've looked at AliExpress. The problem is right now with the way things are going politically in the United States, it's kind of difficult to get your hands on parts from China. It takes a long time. That motherboard that I got in one of our previous videos took a month to get. And I've found some local deals on X99 platforms. I've contacted the guys about it, and they just haven't got back to me. It's kind of disappointing, but I offered them what I thought was reasonable offers. And the other thing I like about a more brand name X99 platform is the do speed test. Which speed test are you referring to? a time, please? As in, do you want me to like let you guys know when I'm going to be like a stream schedule or something like that? I should be recording this. I'm not recording this. I wonder if YouTube puts it up live on its own. I'm doing a test right now. Cinebench R15 is kind of like the standard. Cinebench R20 or R23 now is kind of the standard. Internet speed test. You don't need to know my internet speed. My internet speed is just fine. And I can't on this processor because, or on this computer because, oh, okay, it's the same in Europe. Well, I mean, I get that. And I might do that. I've actually wanted to get some of the dual Xeon motherboards. I think that'd be a lot of fun, doing a dual Xeon build on the X99 platform. So that's something I might consider. As you can see on this computer that we are testing on, though, there is no internet because apparently it didn't want to download the drivers for the network adapter when it updated Windows. And I've actually been having that problem on multiple computers. Right? Dual Xeons is going to be awesome. 374. Nice. Okay. We're getting closer and closer to that 100 points per core, which is, like, in my opinion, a really good sweet spot. So 374. Nice, nice. At 3.8 gigahertz. No, we won't save because we can do better. Yeah, I really want to do a dual Xeon build. What I want to do is, really, what I want to do is a build where we like try to fill up an entire computer, like dual processors. Every PCI Express slot is full. Every hard drive bay is full. Every 5 1/4 inch drive bay is full. All right, the big two. Oh wait, no, we need to do 19.5. I would love to do just like a ridiculous build where we fill up everything. That would be a lot of fun to me. So, yeah. Oh, guys. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I found something that's really, really cool. Let me find the link to it. You guys are going to appreciate this. This is the coolest motherboard I have found ever. So I'm going to post it in the chat. There, check that out. Check out that link. That is the coolest motherboard I have ever seen. Dual X79, like almost micro AT or mini ITX form factor. Would that not be sick? All right, let's see here. I would just love that. I want that motherboard so bad. All right, let's see what we can get here, guys. So we got, what, 970 something last run? If I was saving these scores, I could remember that. We got 970 something. So let's try to get, or not 970, 370 something. Let's try to get like in the 380s. How the hell do you even make it possible? I don't know. It's cool though, isn't it? That's really cool. That is like such a cool motherboard. I would love to make a video on it. If I had the spare cash to throw at buying that motherboard, I would do it. But then you got to buy the CPU to go with it, and or the pair of CPUs, which you are supposed to have a matching pair of Xeons if you are going to be putting them in a motherboard together. So that's definitely something to keep in mind. But it would be so cool. It's really not that expensive. It's very reasonably priced. I'm just, yeah, money's tight. You know, the whole economy's kind of suffering right now, so that's how it goes. Maybe what I'll do is when I'm finished mining for a month, I'll take the profits from mining for a month and do a build, like a cryptocurrency build or something. We'll see. but that money should probably go towards paying bills, if I'm being honest. 381. Awesome. All right. 3.9 gigahertz, and we're still going strong. So something else to keep in mind when you're overclocking, guys. The reason I like using Cinebench R15 as a stress test, like a quick stress test, is it will very quickly start dropping your score. So I'm actually going to save this score. Yes. So when your CPU starts losing stability, it will start lowering your score. So that's kind of a really good telltale sign that you either need to up your voltage or you need to lower your frequencies. All right. 3.9 and we're still stable. We're not... I don't want to give you guys the impression that I think a single Cinebench run means we're stable. By no means. But we're not going for long-term stability here. We're just going for fun overclocking. And we have done almost no work in the BIOS. Like, we have done very little tweaking. Yeah, see, so as far as GPUs go, I could sell them, but I'm hoping to use them for a... well, actually, some of them are mining right now. So don't hate me for having an actual mining rig going. I actually bought the graphics cards for this rig well before mining started. I have two 5700 XTs I bought on the week they launched. So it's been like a year and a half since I bought them. And I've got the R9 390 that you guys have seen in several videos. That's mining too. So I'm mining with those three graphics cards. But I did not contribute in any way to the horrendous market that's going on right now. I had all of those well before there was this recent mining craze. And right now they're making me money. And I took them, I had the 5700 XT in my personal rig and one in my wife's rig. And I said, you know what, honey, you don't game that much. I'm willing to deal with lower frame rates and lower settings in order to make some money off of this. So I pulled our graphics cards out, and she's running with the GTX 970, and I'm running with an R9 290 right now. So my spare GPUs are kind of currently being utilized, and the other ones either don't work or wouldn't make any money. Oh, are we crashing? No, we're not crashing. So yeah, we're at 4 gigahertz. We made it to 4 gigahertz, which is, I thought we would hit a brick wall a long time ago. Like, I really did. We're at 1.45 volts, which really isn't all that much. So let's hope that we're still stable. We'll see if we have a lower score. As you can see, our top score on this system so far is right here, 381. If we drop below 381, we know we've lost some stability and we need to either increase our voltage or do some other tweaking. I don't think the Phenom series benefit very much from memory frequency increases, but we could actually do an experiment if you guys want to. What are my temps? I'll show you my temps. That's a good question. I was running at, when we were at 3.5 gigahertz, we were running at 40 degrees Celsius during a Cinebench run, which is well within limits, and I did not increase voltage at all since then. So I'm running with a 240 mil AIO cooler, so that's part of why I'm not really that concerned about temps right now. And I have a fan running on the VRM 389. We went up another 8 points, so that's good. You guys are gonna hate me, and if I do any more live streams, you're gonna have to get used to it. But I need to run to the restroom quick, and then we'll do a run with the core temp running, so we can see what our temperatures are, and then we'll push past 4 gigahertz. I'm actually really excited about this. right. All right, I'm back. Hopefully we don't have any more long bathroom breaks. So yeah, let's run once on Core Cinebench with Core Temp running so we can keep an eye on our temperatures. For AMD processors, I actually really like Core Temp. It does pretty well on monitoring temps. So we'll do run. Doesn't work as well on Intel from what I understand, though I haven't really tried all that much. So we're up to 42 degrees Celsius, which isn't bad at all. And I expect it to go up a little bit, but it's not even that warm in my house either. Well, it's actually not bad in this room. It's 72 degrees Celsius or 72 degrees Fahrenheit in my room or in my office, so that's not too bad. And we're up to 43 degrees Celsius, not bad. Again, I'm not at the voltage we're at. I'm not worried about thermals. I'm really not worried about thermals. So we're gonna keep pushing it past 4 gigahertz. I need to come up with a be right back bathroom break thing because I tend to go to the bathroom quite a bit. Oh, also, one of my favorite snacks, guys. These trolley gummies. I've got them here to help keep me company and help keep me sane. So do you guys, here's a question. Do you guys, do any of you like just overclocking for fun? Like I'm a strong advocate for keeping your old hardware just to have fun with it and see how far you can push it. I'm obviously not going to be breaking any world records, but it's fun to see that I've got a decent chip. 4 gigahertz is not bad. .44 degrees Celsius. We're just fine. We got 16 degrees of headroom. Wait, was that higher? We just got 391. I don't remember what it was before. Oh well. We're gonna push it past. By the way, if anyone wants to like reach out to Buildzoid and get him in here, have him give some advice on overclocking, that would be a lot of fun. You broke 2 motherboards while overclocking? Wow. I think I might be impressed. I've never broken a motherboard overclocking. I've fried 1 CPU before, but I've never broken a motherboard, so I need to know how you did that so I can do it. That's amazing. All right, we're at 4.1 gigahertz now. Z77 and a 775. Okay. What do you think caused them to brick? Was it the voltage or was it lack of cooling on the VRMs? I'm curious. And I guess that shows the stoutness of Intel CPUs if you brick the board. One was due to faulty power supply. Oh, yep, that'll do it. All right, guys. Cinebench R15, here we come. Let's try to hit that. I really want to hit that 400 mark because that means we're hitting 100 per core. And that's kind of like my... That's my goal, really. So we got 391 with 4 gigahertz, and we're at 4.1 now. Okay, yeah, overheating VRM will do that, unfortunately. Actually, something that's really good about modern motherboards is almost all of them come with VRM cooling, and the ones that don't come with VRM cooling are not, you can't overclock on them. So motherboard manufacturers are starting to get smart about that. I love pushing I love pushing bad motherboards to their limit, and I have several that I have tried to brick by just cramming voltage through them, and they just won't die. they don't work well. Like the overclock doesn't hold well. Stick an FX 8320 in and pump it up to 1.55 gigahertz, and it doesn't. It performs terribly. Even when but the board won't die. The board just doesn't quit. And I don't know why. Maybe we should do a live stream. Would you guys have enjoy a live stream where I like intentionally just pushed components to their breaking point? Like we're nowhere near that on this thing. This is about as conservative as it can get, and I'm a little. I can't tell if I'm excited. I'm excited that it's doing as well as it is. I'm a little disappointed we aren't having to work harder for it. 400, yes, yes, we reached 400, guys. Oh my gosh, that's so exciting. You want to see smoke, baby, fire? That would be fun. Okay, we have to save this score. So at 4.12 gigahertz, breaking parts sounds fun, but you're breaking parts. Yeah. Well, so my thoughts are on breaking parts. Like if I was to fry this Phenom 955, would I be a little bit disappointed? Oh, are you challenging me to reach 5 gigahertz? Is that what's going on right now? Is this a 5 gigahertz or bust situation? These chips don't like 5 gigahertz. We're at 4.1. We have that's almost a whole gigahertz to go. Like I want to reach 5 gigahertz, but that would be tough. Let's see here. All right. Oh, we're in Windows, kind of. All right, let's see here. And we're still only at 5 volts. We're not even pushing it that hard. A platinum PSU for that. I do not have a... Oh, there it is, guys. There it is. We crashed. I don't have any DDR4. This CPU doesn't support DDR4. So we have our first crash. So we have reached instability at 4.2 gigahertz. Well, how did I get to 4.2? Yeah. So let me go reset it. Yeah, I'm actually hoping to completely skip DDR4 altogether. I don't own any motherboards, processors, or... I don't own anything that is DDR4. I'm hitting delete on the wrong motherboard, on the wrong keyboard. I hit delete on the wrong keyboard, guys. That's what streaming on a... That's what streaming overclocking will do to you. Alright. Power restart. All right, let's try this again. It's very interesting that it brings up this RGB, this like unavailable screen when the computer isn't loaded. How old is that? This processor came out in, oh gosh, I actually kind of want to look that up now that you asked it. It came out in 2010, April 27th of 2010. So it's almost 11 years old. So, all right. So we reached instability at 2.2 gigahertz, guys. That's not terrible. But we've got headroom for voltage. See extreme overvolting, and we're at 1.45. 1.475. Oh, my cam's autofocus. Ah, that sucks. I'm not sure I know how to fix that. Let me see here. I would have to go into... Let's see here. What's it called? Logitech Capture app. Let me see if I can fix that. I'm looking to see if I can disable it. Continue. Yes. Alright, well, while I'm doing that, we can see if the extra voltage... What? I have to install... No, I don't want to share analytics. Alright, so while I'm trying to install the software for my Logitech Capture camera in use... Okay, you guys might see it. Please close any application that might be using it. You know what? Do I have breakfast? I don't. Alright, so what I think we're going to have to do is disable it. So we're going to do that, and then properties, we're going to switch the USB video. Alright, now we're going to retry. Oh, it's not going to work right now, guys. I'll have it fixed for the next stream. How about that? Okay. I'll have it fixed for the next stream. For sure. So... It might be because I'm pretty far away from the camera, too. I'm not sure. So let's see here. Let's see if that extra voltage got us some stability. And then what we're also going to do is we're going to run it once without core temp to see what kind of score we can get. And then we're going to run it once with core temp so we can see what our temperatures are when it's under heavy load. Because we just increased it by 0.25 volt. No, 0.025 volts. Which could have a significant impact on thermals. Although with 16 degrees of headroom, I'm not that concerned. I think this system could definitely support upwards of 1.5 volts, but we'll have to see if that's actually the case. So the score to beat is 391, no, 400. Score to beat is 400. And I'm wondering what that would compare to. I'm actually going to look on this computer to see what that would compare to. Hold on. i5 2500K R15 score. Oh, I don't want to look at like world records. That's not going to do me any good. I want to know what the stock score is. Let's see here. Memory, thermal details, R32, or R23, R20, R20, R15. Single core is 125 and multi-core. Ooh, we're still well behind the 2500K. 2500K multi-core performance is 461, and that's at stock speeds. So we're pretty far behind. We did get a 412 though, so 412 is pretty good. Pretty excited about that. Let's quit. No, we're not. Why did I do that? I meant to save the scores. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to open up core temp, see what our temperatures are running at while we do this. My guess is we're going to be closer to 50 degrees Celsius, but I don't know for sure. Why can't I see my cursor? That's what you get for having multiple monitors. You can't find your cursor. All right. 46 degrees. It's pretty It's well within acceptable range. Let's see here. Trying to look up R15 average score is annoying. You're always getting overclock scores. Yeah, right? Right? So actually, I can post the scores where I found them. CPUmonkey.com seems to have stock scores, which is nice. Oh, that was bad. Okay, so if we're not as good as a 2500K, what's another? Is there like a 2400? There is. Okay. So maybe we can compete with the 2400. But it's not showing. Okay, CPU Monkey i5 2400 scores. R23, R20. Wait, did it skip R15? What? It's not showing R15. That's so annoying. It's showing R30, R23, and R20. And I don't have R20 installed on this. That's so frustrating. So frustrating. What if we compared it to... Alright, so how about we try a... What's the Ryzen 3200G? There's no way. No. Okay, so we got up to 47 degrees Celsius. That was our max temperature. Not bad at all. That's lower than what I was expecting. No... Well, yes, let's save that one. We know we got a 412, but... Let's see here. Do you live it for 2 minutes? I have a cup of coffee. Have a cup of coffee. No, I left to go to the bathroom because I have the world's smallest bladder. Maybe not the world's smallest, but it's definitely an unacceptably small size. It's probably not very popular content for YouTube, though. Talking about bladder size. Especially when we're supposed to be talking about overclocking. Alright. What's another 4-core that we could compare it to? 2500K is too... too powerful. 2400 didn't... What about the 30 i5 3470? It's probably going to be... Oh no! We ran into a problem. Alright. More instability. Okay, it said it was going to restart. Oh, are you guys having a problem with the... hold on. Apparently things are getting a little bit screwy. Oh my gosh. Okay, let me see if I can fix this. Okay, this is not good. Hold on. I see what you guys are seeing now. This is not pretty. Video capture device 2 properties. Nope, wrong one. Let's see if we can fix this here. There! It's better now, right? Sorry, I didn't see that right away because I was looking up something. I didn't have OBS up. Alright, so we reached instability at... What would that be? 4.3 gigahertz? This is where we're going to start hitting a big wall. We got to 4.2 gigahertz, though. So that's not bad. Let's see here. Extreme overvolting. You know what? Let's just do it. 1.5 volts. Look at that red. Look at that red. It doesn't like it. I don't care. 1.5 volts it is. .5 volts. What's the max voltage for more modern CPUs? I don't have any more modern CPUs, really. I don't know what voltage they like to run at. Hoping you guys know. Okay, Windows, don't crash. Don't crash. You can do this. Oh no. All right. 1.4-ish. That makes sense. Guys, we may have hit a brick wall. Let's see here. Okay, at least, like, hurry up if you're gonna be like this. Oh, man. I want it to do it on its own, but it's obviously having trouble. All right, so we are not out of the woods yet. There is some more tweaking we can do. Let's scoot over here and manually reset. Ah, that had to hurt your ears. Sorry about that, guys. I hit the mic stand. All right. Let's get into the BIOS. All right, we're into the BIOS. So we're going to stick with 21. That's still 4.2 gigahertz, so not bad. We will drop the voltage back down to 1.475 because there's really no reason to run it higher when we were getting what seemed like stability with it. But what we are going to do is change the Northbridge frequency. We're going to manually do it. Hypertransport. Actually, Northbridge frequency. Yes, we're going to try 2,000 megahertz. Because these can actually have the Hypertransport and the CPU Northbridge can have a pretty big impact on your Cinebench scores with these older AMD processors. So hopefully we can get something out of that. Also, I need to check. I did adjust the load line calibration, but I didn't check to see how it's actually impacting things. So we're going to have to figure that out. And hopefully we can just get into Windows, frankly. Maybe I shouldn't have messed with the Northbridge frequency before getting into Windows. That probably would have been smart. But you know what? Come on, Windows. You can do it. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Oh, we have movement. The celebratory gummy. No. No, 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 no. Premature celebratory gummy. All right. I'm going to try to boot into Windows one more time. And, oh, looks like it might be trying. Oh, 6400T has a score of 414. That's almost double the score that we're getting. Oh my gosh. All right, so we've upped our frequencies of our Hypertransport and our Hypertransport and our Northbridge. So Hypertransport you can see is 2006, which actually it was at 2000 before. Where's it show our Northbridge frequency? I thought it. I'm a little confused. That's strange. All right. Well, we are going to run Cinebench again. See if those increases made any difference. And hopefully what we'll do is we'll slowly increase those until we reach instability. So 412 was our highest score. 411 is what I saved, but we're hoping to get better than that by increasing our Hypertransport and our Northbridge. Almost certain memory speed does not have a large impact on the 955. and the Phenom series in general. So we'll see how that goes. Seems to be moving pretty quick, all things considered. Should we do a single core run? Would you guys like to see what a single core score would be on something like this? It would take a long time. It would take a rather long time, but it would be interesting to see. Since we're getting over 100 per core in multi-core, I would expect the single core to run considerably faster than 100, which I would be kind of excited to see. Again, not saying that's means we've got a killer CPU on our hands, but it would be fun to see if it would hit the 100 mark. That'd take 4 hours. Might be an exaggeration, but yeah, we'll have to see. That might not be the best idea. Is it? Oh, my clock is off dramatically. It is not 2:32 p.m. where I am. And it says it's 2095. Look at that, guys. That might be the funniest thing on this stream. It says in the bottom right that it's 2095. Gosh, I hope we're not using a Phenom. Oh, we crashed. Interesting. Very interesting. Not particularly happy about that, actually. All right. So well, how in depth do you guys want to go on overclocking this thing? Because what we can do is spend a lot of time tweaking things, little things that might yield some results. Like we can increase the CPU Northbridge voltage and the hypertransport link voltage. I think down in the oh, just the CPU Northbridge voltage. We don't have. Oh wait, there's the Northbridge voltage, hypertransport link voltage. I like that it shows you the defaults. But you bet it could run Cyberpunk now that it's 2095. Yeah, right? Right? Okay, so I don't like messing with these voltages, but you know what? Let's send it. See, the problem with I don't mind burning up the CPU. That doesn't bother me. That can be replaced relatively cheaply. Like, not super cheap, but not crazy expensive either. As soon as you start messing with these voltages, you're now affecting the motherboard. So I'm not sure how I feel about that. Northbridge voltage 1.2. That's actually going to be, you know what? We're going to do 1.05. I'm sorry, there is almost no way I'll be able to say your name properly. I'm not trying to be rude or anything. I'm just really bad with names in general, and I can try if you want me to, but you should know not to get offended by my inability to speak it well. So Northbridge hyper transport link voltage 1.25. All right. Let's oh, this one we want to be 1.15. It's still a lot of voltage that we're pumping into this thing, but let's see if that does anything. You want me to try to say your name? Well, I'm guessing your name is the first two words in your title. So, Natanchk Koshik? Oh, Natanch is what I would guess. Okay. I hope I pronounced it right. I'm just not that good with names. Oh, I did get it right. Well, there's one victory for today. All right, let's see here. Let's see if we can get a better score. Oh, it crashed right away. Okay, well, all right, it did not want to try with our settings. So, you know what? We might be stuck. Just restart anyway. We might be stuck with 4.2 gigahertz or 4.1? Oh no, YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain a smooth streaming. As such, viewers will experience buffering. Well, that's not good. There is no way I'm going to discuss my income on stream. That's not appropriate. How do I set these voltages to auto? What were these voltages auto set at? It dropped a second ago. Is it doing better now? Hopefully. Do I have something special? I don't know what, again, I don't know what you're referring to. Okay, so we can type in auto. Alright, so now we need to change the frequencies to auto. Instead of, wait, did I set them to auto? Yes, I did set them to auto. Okay, so let's do another Cinebench run. Glad to see it's fine now. Let's do another Cinebench run, and my life is that thing. I mean, as far as things being special, I don't know. I'm married. Got a lovely wife. That's special, I guess. I wish I knew what you were referring to. I could give you a better answer. Let's see here. Okay, let's run Cinebench again. This should be stable settings for us. And then what I might try to do is increase the base frequency a little bit. And then with the increase in base frequency, we'll get a slight bump in our overall CPU frequency, which would be good. And then unfortunately, that's also going to affect our Hypertransport Northbridge frequency, our PCI Express frequency, and our memory frequency. So in theory, if you are going to increase your base frequency, you have to adjust all of those things as well, which is a little bit time consuming, but we could do it. Yeah, I should remove the password, but we'll worry about that on the next stream. There will be more streams, so definitely work on that on the next stream. Come on, buddy. If we could get higher than 412, that would be awesome. You know what? I'm going to be honest with you. I've never removed a password. You would think with all this stuff I do with computers, I would have done that by now, but I haven't. So I would actually have to look up how to do that. I'm sure it's just in the user settings. But never tried to do that. 410? What? What? That's not acceptable. Alright. Well, it still made it through relatively stable and it's within the margin of error. So, no, we're not saving 410. Crazy computer. Alright. I'm not disappointed with our frequencies. I was like, restart anyway. What? I was expecting to get much worse frequency results. I did not know you were 16 years old. You got a lot of life left to live, man. Sorry you're going through the whole situation that the world is going through at the moment at such a young age. But, alright. So, 201. I say such a young age. When I was your age, though, I felt like I was an old person. So, let's lower our DDR3 frequency. We're gonna leave these at auto, which means we're putting a slight overclock on them. Hopefully it can handle a 1 megahertz or a very minor bump without crashing, but I am 31 years old. And it's starting to show. I'm getting grays in my beard and I'm getting grays on my head. So that's just part of life. When you grow up, you get gray hairs. Or no hairs. I'd much rather have some hairs than no hairs, though, so I'm actually not disappointed that I have gray hairs now. But, alright. Alright. Let's see how much I screwed it up by increasing the base frequency. Actually, I want to go to CPU-Z and see what that puts our frequency at. So it says 4.24 in Cinebench. This says 4.235. So let's just run, see if we can get a slightly better... Let's see if we can get a slightly better score with this increase. Also, we did lower our RAM frequency, which might have an impact on our performance, but I don't think it does. I actually expect our score to go up a little bit, not down. I have no idea what my typing speed is. Not fast enough. That's what I think my typing speed is. Yep, I would really hope. So let's hope we can get. Our best score was 412. I'm hoping we can get like up to. This is gonna sound cliche. 420. Hoping we can get up to that, but I can't make any promises. My typing speed sounds a lot faster than it really is because I use a Blue Switch mechanical keyboard. Oh no! No, 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 no. Wow. One bump in the base frequency. One. From 200 to 201. And it crashed us. So I think, guys, without just doing insane amounts of minor tweaks, that could yield very 420 at 69 volts, right? I like it. All right, guys, I think we reached our max. I think we reached our max at 4.2. You know what? Something I bet I haven't done is I bet I haven't turned on performance mode in Windows. And if I haven't, that might, just maybe, give us a minor bump in our score. Not holding my breath, but who knows. How long have we been streaming? I have no idea. A couple hours now? All right, let's see if we can get into settings. Oh gosh, there's all these warnings up here. But where is, let's see here, power and sleep. No. I don't even remember where this is. Notifications. It would be under, wait, additional power settings. Here we go. Here we go. No, no, no. Balanced. We aren't going for balanced. High performance. Change plan settings. Never. Never. Okay, save changes. Nope. High performance. All right. Let's try that. See if that makes a difference. Yeah, I need to get the Windows 10 Lite ISO. I've just been using the same ISO for so freaking long. I've got one flash drive that I've been using for ages, and I just keep using it. So let's see if we can get a little bit more performance from Windows. Let's see if Windows can do us a solid here. We're looking for anything over 412. 412 was our best score. So let's see here. This is the boring part. I wish I had more to talk about during this part of this stream. You know what? Screw it. For the last two Raw, we are going to do a single thread score because I want to see how well it does in single thread, because that to me speaks more. I mean, on a 4-core, the multi-core is going to be really important. Once you get above 6 cores, and especially if there's hyper-threading, it's a little less relevant. If you guys want me to keep streaming, I'll keep streaming and we'll slap in a different processor. We could always do that. I've got probably 6 different processors that we could slap into this motherboard. Interesting. Ultimate performance in the power plan. Well, I'm not going to be doing any registry tweaks at the moment. 410? Come on, Windows. This isn't what we signed up for. 410. We got a 412. All right. All right. Well, this is where you guys stop watching, because we're going to do single core run. Actually, this is fine because you guys can sit here and we can chat and discuss things. But we're going to do a single core run. If somebody's watching this in the future, you can fast forward to when the run is finished. If you're watching live, I'm sorry, you're going to have to suffer through it. But if you are watching this in the future, you ain't going nowhere. Well, thanks, Rex. I'm glad you're sticking around. Yeah. So, this is riveting. Riveting, right? So riveting. All right. See you next week, right? I'm going to have to make sure that this... Well, I did turn Windows settings so that it would never go into hibernation or anything. So even if it takes a week, it still should keep going, right? Should keep running strong. So next month... Aw, you guys are hurt. You guys are really crushing the soul of this poor 955. He's trying his best. Look at him go. Look at him go. He needs some cheerleaders, and you guys are hurting his feelings. This guy's little engine that could, right? No, he's slow, but he can do it. How fast is it at the moment? Well, you're watching it. I haven't checked the single core performance at all yet. This is the first run of single core performance. So, right? Oh, the 960T. Okay, so here's a question. If you had the 960T, were you able to unlock the 2 additional cores? Because the 960T is based on the Thuban processor, which the 1090T, the 1055T, the 1045, or no, the 1090T 11 or 1100T, the 1045T, the 1055T, all those are 6-core processors, and I had one. I wish I still had it, but those things were so much more fun to tweak. Like, this is the Deneb core. It was unstable though. The core speed. We're running at 4.2 gigahertz. So, hopefully that gives us something like, I'm hoping for a score of 120. Ooh, that might be optimistic. Yeah, no, 120 single core. Let's take bets, guys. We got time to take bets. Well, not real bets, but let's just, my money is on 120 single core score. What's your guys' thoughts? I'm going with 120. Want to know what you guys are thinking. That's my score. That's my thoughts on single core. And as far as the Thuban core goes, it was a. You still have a 3-core? That's awesome. I don't think I had a 3-core. So here's a thought, guys. Obviously, you guys are watching this. You're enjoying this kind of content, and I want to do something like. Is this something you guys want to keep watching? Is like overclocking old processors like this? I've got a bunch of them, not a bunch, but I've got a handful of old processors that I can just overclock for live stream purposes, and I'm wondering what you guys want to see. You're guessing 98. You're guessing 69? Okay, so let's see here. 98. 98's a little low. See, I would say you're right, but we were getting a multi-core score of 412 was our highest. We're averaging a 410. So that says to me that a single core is going to be higher than 100. And I think it's going to be actually a little bit noticeably higher than 100, because in my experience in Cinebench, what happens is the multi-core, like say you have a score of 100 for single thread, your multi-core is going to be less than 100 per core, which means your score would be less than 400. So in reverse, if I'm getting a score of over 400 on a quad core, I'm expecting to get more than 100 per single core. I have one. I have one old APU. Trinity, I want to run a Trinity so bad. Trinity was such a cool. I want the Athlon. I want to get an Athlon 750K. Athlon, yeah, X4 750K. That was a cool one. I want the 860K too. But I have to get a motherboard to overclock them on. I do have an i7 920. No, I don't have an i7 920. I have a 930 and a 950. And I also have 2 Xeons that I can overclock too. Okay, we've got 2 people with 98. This does not have sequential multi-threading. So 4 cores is 4 real cores. So you're not getting any boost in performance from sequential multi-threading. This processor came out before hyper-threading. Well, that's not true. This came out before hyper-threading was commonly used. So there was, in the early Pentium days, hyper-threading on a single core. So it would take a single core and increase the number of threads available to 2. That was the very first example of hyper-threading I'm aware of. All right, 105. We were all wrong. I said 120. You guys said 98. But technically speaking, you guys are closer because you guys were only off by 7, and I was off by simultaneous multi-threading. I always thought it was sequential. It doesn't. Simultaneous works too. I mean, you're probably right. I'm not an Intel guy, and that came out with Intel, so, and I don't keep up with, like, I don't have the money to go out and buy Ryzen parts, so I'm not even up with Ryzen. So you guys were closer. You guys were off by 7. I was off by 15. So, all right. So should I keep streaming? If I keep streaming, we're going to swap out the processor to something else. That's up to you guys, though. We've pushed this 955 as far as it'll go, unless I really crank the voltage, which I'm not sure I want. We pushed it to 1.5. Like, senility multi-threading, right? I can get behind senility multi-threading. All right, so here's the big question, guys. Do I keep streaming? All right, so you guys want to know what I have. So I'll be right back, let you know what I have that we can plop into this motherboard. All right. All right. So what I have here is I have an AMD FX 8320, and I've overclocked that thing as far as I can, and the highest I can get it is 4.9 gigahertz. I have an FX, another 8320. I have two 8320s? I did not know that. Huh. All right. Got two different 8320s. Why, I don't know. I've got a 6300. This APU belongs down here on this tray. I have a 255, Phenom 2 255, and then I actually need to clean the thermal paste off of this one. I'll just use my thumb, I guess. It's an Athlon 2. Athlon 2 dual core 250. So, I don't have any PowerPC CPUs. So, yeah. As far as what I can plop into the motherboard I'm testing on right now, that's what we're dealing with. Two FX 8320s, a 6300, a dual-core 255 Phenom 2, and a dual-core 250 Athlon 2. I have a couple AM2 or 775 CPUs, but I don't have the test bench set up for that right now, and I don't have a good CPU cooler to put on it at the moment. So the overclocks would be very conservative. And the other thing is, I've never overclocked to 955. That would be a lot of fun. You guys would see me. You guys would see me stumble quite a bit in overclocking on a LGA 775 socket, but it'd be fun. I'd very much enjoy it. Let's see here. Oh yeah, that's a good point. See how much the core count impacts clock speeds. So we could definitely give that a shot. Is everyone else down for a Phenom 2? I think it's a 255 dual core. The Cinebench runs are going to take considerably longer, though. Oh, wow. 386. That's an old one. That's cool, though. I've never messed with a 386. That was back in the golden days of overclocking when you had to use Black Magic and stuff like that. Like, we can do some tweaking on this, but if we do, here's the thing. If we do the Athlon 2, it would be all base frequency overclocking. All of it. because it does not have an unlocked multiplier. The Phenom 2 dual core, I think, has an unlocked multiplier. Why do I keep saying multiplier? Anyway, if no one else has an opinion, and one guy says dual core Phenom, then I'm guessing we're going dual core Phenom. But I also have to, hold on, let's see here, add text, because the turbo clocked it down, if I remember correctly. Oh, interesting. Let's see here. All right, that's gonna have to be up, because as you may suspect, I may need to use the restroom, and then I'm gonna have to install that processor. So I will be back shortly. In the meantime, in the meantime, just let me know what you guys want to run. And if I don't get any more opinions, then I'm going to run with the 255 Black Edition. I think it's a Black Edition, so it would have an unlocked multiplier. So I'll be right back, and we'll start overclocking another processor. I'm also going to have to install like thermal paste and stuff like that, so it's going to take me a few minutes to set up. Oh, and you know what? And I'm going to have to restore the optimized defaults. Clock was shown on a small LED on the front of the case. I need hold screen music? Alright. I do need hold screen music. I don't have hold screen music. I will have that for the next stream, but, well, I don't know. See, the problem is with YouTube, finding copyright-free music is kind of a pain in the butt. And even if it's copyright-free, that doesn't mean you don't have to pay attributations, whatever it is. But either way, I'm planning on figuring that out, but that's a little bit difficult at the moment. So give me 5 minutes. I'm going to go to the bathroom, and then I'm going to install the CPU. Hopefully all of that takes less than 5 minutes. But yeah, I'll be right back, guys. Thanks for watching, and discuss among you guys what do you think the max frequency I can get on that dual core is. That would be fun. Okay, so let's load optimized defaults on the... Oh, I can get rid of the BRB now, can't I? Oh, wrong thing. Why is that there? All right. See you, Jake. Catch you on the next one. Yeah, for sure. We're going to restart so we can load our optimized defaults. And what that'll do for us is it'll make it a lot easier when we try to install the... Why is that? Interesting. Okay. So, yeah, we need to load optimized defaults that when we slap in the new CPU, it doesn't try to do anything screwy. It doesn't... See, what will happen is if we install the next CPU... it might try to apply the same overclock, which isn't the end of the world. but it might make it very difficult if it's not stable at those frequencies. Uh-oh. Why am I not receiving enough video? Are you guys having troubles with the stream? No super chats possible. I do want to get super chats going. I have to figure that out. I'm very new to this whole thing, guys, so we will make that a thing at some point. This was actually a test stream, and I figured I'd have some fun while I'm doing a test stream. So we will definitely have everything more fleshed out in the future. I'm just, and you know what? I'm just glad to have you guys here to talk to, interact with the community. We were gone for a long time, and I'm just really, really glad that everyone's back, and we're getting people back here. So, did I hit shutdown or restart? Okay, I hit shutdown. All right, let's get that new processor installed. I'll be right back. Next time we stream, we're gonna have music, we're gonna have super chats, we're gonna have all that stuff. And if you guys like doing it on Saturdays, or if there's a weekday that's better for you, let me know. I can try to work my schedule around what's most convenient for you guys. So, be right back. We're going to have a new CPU installed in just a few minutes. Need to grab some paper towels to clean off the thermal paste. Hold on. All right. Let's apply the new thermal paste, if I can find it. That could be a problem. There it is. Where's my application tool? There it is. All right. All right. All right, we're back. Yes, regular content is key. We're trying to become more consistent. It might be trying to figure out what's going on with the new processor. It's not booting. Of course it's not booting. Why would it boot? All we did was swap out the processor. Oh my gosh. By the way, if you guys wonder what tech people, YouTubers deal with, this is what we deal with. Like, all you do is swap out one part and it just completely screws everything up. Ugh. Alright, I'm gonna try something here. Yeah, I might need to reset the BIOS. I'm hoping not, because they're basically the same processor with 2 cores disabled. It shouldn't be a big issue, but it might be. This is rather strange. I've never had this problem with this motherboard before. Wow. Yep. That seems like what I'm going to have to do, guys. FF, actually. Actually, we're getting an error postcode on the motherboard. Ooh, hold on the mic there. Sorry, guys. We're getting a postcode on the motherboard, so I'm going to look up what that postcode is. Let's see here. Postcode, cross air 5 formula ZFF postcode. See here. Sometimes reseating the RAM will force a default as well. The dreaded FF postcode? Don't tell me that. I don't want a dreaded FF. Why is it dreaded? Why is it dreaded? That can't be good, guys. The first thing that pops up is that it says it's dreaded. Indicates fault found. Really? All right. Let's try a couple things. Alright. Let's see if that works. It's not looking like it. Dang it, what the heck? Okay, the fans on the GPU aren't spinning, and while they do have a state where they're not... Okay. Took out the reseat the CPU. I hope that's not the problem, but it might be. So we'll see. Yeah. Okay, so it's starting to look like the CPU might be the issue because I cleared the CMOS, reseated the memory. There's no reason that graphics card would have failed from that. So I think our problem is the CPU, which I did have one CPU where the pins got kind of bent, but they fit in the socket fine. So I don't know. This could be that one. And I just applied new thermal paste. All right. Well, which one do you guys want to try instead of that? I tell you what, I'll try reseating it. If that doesn't work, then we're going to try a different processor. But start thinking about, we've got FX 8320, FX 6300, and an Athlon 2 dual core. The Athlon 2 dual core, like I said, would have to be all base frequency overclocking, and I'm not sure how far we can push it, but you give it a shot. The other ones obviously have unlocked multipliers, so this was the dual core Phenom 2 processor. So I'm going to try reseating it. Hopefully that works, and we'll figure that out. So give me a moment. All right. Pulled it out, didn't see any bent pins. So hopefully yeah, we're getting that fault found code again. All right. We're going to need to swap the CPU. What do you guys think? Which one do you want? We got the Athlon dual core in FX 6300 and FX 8320. Those are our options. I'm leaning towards the Athlon because I think it'd be a lot of fun to do base frequency overclocking. We're still getting the FF code. You know what? Why would that be the problem? We'll try one more thing. Alright, I swapped out the memory. We're still getting the I don't have an 8350. I've got 8320s, not an 8350. We're still getting the FF code, and I swapped out the memory, so our problem is our processor. Wah, wah, wah. Apparently, we are having... Yeah, I agree. I may have to actually look to see if I can buy a dual-core Phenom. Because that would be a lot of fun. Let's see what they go for on eBay. They are cheap as dirt. Let's see here. Let's do a US only. Yeah. Phenom 2s, I can pick up another one if that's something you guys would like to watch. Alright. You know what? We can do an 8320. Well, no, there's some fun stuff you can do with an 8320. We'll do an 8320. I'll get that out. So I'll be right back again, guys. Thanks for watching. I'm not leaving. I just appreciate that you're watching the stream. And I am leaving for a moment, and I don't want you to leave just because I'm not on camera. If you have to leave for other reasons, that's fine. I get that, but... Alright. Okay. So turning it on. Seems like it might be booting up. Here we go. Here we go. F1, run setup. Yes, we're in. We're in. All right, guys. We're gonna go hog wild on this thing. We're not loading extreme overclock profile. DRAM profile, that's fine. CPU ratio. We are gonna go straight to 4 gigahertz. PC, don't need to change that. Nope, not spread spectrum. Extreme tweaking, I think that's just memory. Okay. CPU voltage, we are going straight to 1.425. Not even, like, this is a fast and dirty Jeopardy theme playing, right? This is going to be a fast and dirty overclock. This is just going to be the thing that you're always warned not to do. Oh, wait a minute. Was that down here? We need to get to load line calibration. That would be here. Load line calibration is not set to auto. We're going to set it to high. That's where I like it. Actually, maybe we should start at medium. We're going to start at medium. Because with this one, we're actually going to have to worry about temperatures. The last processor, we did not have to worry about temperatures. Target CPU speed, advanced. We are going to do... I don't think we need... Oh, wait. Cool and quiet disabled. C1 states. Ooh, I think we want to disable C6 state as well. Monitor, we're going to do... oh, wait. We're going to do... Turbo. Enable. Turbo. There we go. Let's see how dirty we can get this little overclock to go. I wouldn't be surprised if it didn't even boot, to be completely honest. I might have been right already. Alright, let's see if we can get it into Windows. What cooler do you use? I have a Cooler Master 240mm radiator. So... I just have the fans in a push configuration. It's loud enough in here as it is. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but there's a mining rig going behind me that is just going hog wild. Fan speeds are boosted to... Alright, so we're going to do our first... Yeah, push-pull would just be pretty loud. I don't really want to deal with that right now. What? Yes, I want to proceed. All right. Why does it say we're at 3.7 gigahertz? I put the multiplier to 20. That's not right. That's like really wrong. Did I disable turbo? I didn't disable turbo core technology, did I? Let's go do that. No, we're not gonna... Well, I don't know. I've got two 8320s, and I thought I only had one. I don't know how I came across the second 8320. But, that other one with push-pull configuration, I was still only able to get 4.9 gigahertz. So, I don't know if this is that one or not. Okay, where is turbo core technology? Disable. We want this running at the 4 gigahertz all the time. All right. Get into Windows. Should show us 4 gigahertz. All right. Come on, Windows. Yes. All right, so CPU Z, we should be showing 4 gigahertz with the multiplier. We're showing, yep, 4 gigahertz. I don't know what this is. You see, here's the annoying thing. All of a sudden, it has internet now. Like, it didn't have internet before with the other CPU, but now it does. Now, the controller on the motherboard is what controls the network speed. So it shouldn't matter which CPU is in it, but apparently it cares a lot. So let's do a quick Cinebench run. See if we crash. Oh, you know what? Because this is our first run and we're kind of at a fixed voltage, I want to see what our temps are going to be. Dry ice. Yeah, maybe on dry ice. Oh, shoot. No, stop. Stop. We are not doing this. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Quit. We are not doing a single core run right now. I forgot I had set it to single core. All right, preferences. Custom number of cores. No. Okay. Let's try this again. We don't have time for another single core run. Not at 4 gigahertz. Here we go. This is better. I've never used dry ice. If I had the stream set up a little bit better, I was going to stick the computer outside because I've got a window right here that I could set it on a bench right on the other side of the window. And it's like below freezing here, significantly below freezing. So we could have got some pretty good temps doing that, that's for sure. Also consider just getting a bucket of ice to stick the cooler in. But then I've got to worry about condensation. So all right, what do we get? 625. We are nowhere near 100 per core. I bet the single core score on this would be significantly lower than the we got a 105. I bet it would be significantly lower than 100. Now, having said that, when you've got the layout, I forget how it's worded, but when you've got the cores arranged like the FX processors do, yeah, I can imagine it would not be for daily use. You know what? This is a good starting point. We'll save this benchmark score. 625. Our max was 41 degrees Celsius, so we got tons of headroom on temperatures, which is nice. All right. So we're going to go to 21. That'll put us to 4.2 gigahertz. We're kind of skipping a couple steps, but that's okay because I know these chips usually will... They're a little bit forgiving. So should probably change this to hold on. All right. Well, by the way, we'll worry about that here. It was a bad time for AMD, but you know what? You know what we got out of it? We got out of it really fun overclockers. I don't even know what this is. These CPUs just love to overclock. It's a lot of fun. You can do a lot of different things to tweak them, get a little bit more performance. Are they terrible performers? Yes. There's no doubt. I was... man, is that a two-man show here? I'm not sure what you're referring to, but now that you made me look, my carpet is all messed up. Oh, shoot. That's not good. I need to use that graphics card. All right. All right, let's see here. Oh, here, I can change it right here. Um, 628. That was not a... What? We went up a whole gigahertz and we got 3 points? No, we went up... No, not a whole gigahertz. We went up 0.2 gigahertz and we only got 3 points. I think we might be having some stability issues. No, I don't want to say that one. Yeah, terrible gaming performance. Gamers Nexus does a fantastic analysis of how absolutely horrible these chips are. We're going to do, let's see, 1.425. Oops, not 14 volts. Do 1.45. I'm going to rerun. I would hope that I would get more than 2 points. Oh, yeah, chat is silent except for you. Hey, that's fine. We can hang out. There have been people coming and going, but I can't expect everyone to stick around for, like, what is it? How long have I been streaming now? 2.5 hours. So... I don't blame people. Would I like there to be a much more active chat? Sure. But one thing I've learned about YouTube growth is it is not fast. It usually is not very quick. And we had a good sized following and then we just stopped. Why, I don't know. But we're back making content, trying to make a go of things, so is this. Yeah, I'm at 2.5 hours. It says 2 hours and 31 minutes. So overclocking is a time-consuming process. And I'm guessing that next time, like I said, this is just a test stream. I'm guessing next time when we've got music. 2x2 next Saturday. Maybe. I'll have to order one. And I don't think they're on Amazon, so we'll have to see how quickly I can get it in. I'm looking at them right now. 625. Are you kidding me? What is with this score? Am I the only one that just doesn't understand what's going on? Why won't it go up? It's the exact same as it was at 4 gigahertz. All right, well. That's so weird. No, I don't want to save my... I can check. I actually lowered it to 16 gigs of RAM, but it's the same type of RAM, so it should be it should be have more stable. It should theoretically be more stable. Yeah. 1600 is what I've got. What the heck? You know what? Let's just crank up that multiplier. That'll put us at 4.4 gigahertz. Check the actual CPU speed and temps. Yeah. Well, I might have just made it so that we have to reset everything by bumping it up a whole 0.1 gigahertz. We'll see how it goes, though. I bet it'll boot. Maybe not into Windows, but it'll at least post. These CPUs are so forgiving when it comes to posting. I've almost never had to reset the CMOS on an FX processor. They may have a hard time getting into Windows or doing anything in Windows once they're there, but they will almost always, as long as you're not going too fast, almost always post. Alright, yeah, let's see what the CPU speed is. I put load line... You know what? I may need to up my load line calibration because load line calibration is set to medium and I had it set to high before. Yes, I want to proceed. Okay, 4.4 gigahertz, 1.416 volts. We're supposed to be at 1.45. You know what? We're going to have core temp and CPU Z up while we're doing this, while we do a Cinebench run. And we'll see how things go. So run, let's bring these things up top. Because what might be happening is... Oh, we need to up our load line calibration. You can see we're dropping to 1.39 volts. And we should be... That's... dang it. Load line calibrations should be set to high. Our temps are fine, but that's because we're not getting the 1.45 volts we're supposed to be getting. We're getting 1.39. Which says something for the stability of this CPU at lower voltages, but it also means that we're getting completely hammered on our actual power delivery, which could definitely affect performance. So that's a little bit sad. Temps are fine at 46 degrees. I'm guessing that when we up our load line calibration, it's going to definitely impact our temperatures considerably because we're dropping a lot. I don't think I have hardware monitor installed. But yeah, you can see here it was at 4.4 gigahertz. We can try it again, but core temp will show you active frequencies. What was our score? Okay, now we're getting our boost. Now we're getting our boost. Even with two other programs running, we got 6.6 or 662. So we're doing much better now. But yeah, I'll definitely keep that in mind. Yeah, we'll save that score. I'll definitely keep that in mind next time. We'll watch the we'll definitely watch in core temp what the active frequency is on all the cores. That's a good point. All right. So we're going to do 22.1, which should put us up to 4.5 gigahertz, and we need to change load line calibration. Load line calibration, we're going to set to high. All right. That should do us pretty well. Hopefully all goes well. At least hopefully we can get into Windows, right? That would be ideal. All right. Windows, here we come. Yes. We're getting into Windows. There we are. Ooh, a new picture. Is that what it gives you once you reach 4.5 gigahertz, a new picture in your background? That'd be funny. I have actually no idea why it does that. Yes. Yes. I don't even know what that is. I should probably look that up. Alright. 4.536 gigahertz at 1.428 volts. We are at 34 degrees Celsius. Let's crank into Cinebench and do a quick run and bring these up. Okay, we're already at 41, 44, 45, 46, 47. We are keeping steady 4.5 gigahertz across the board. And only at 48 degrees. I'm a little surprised. Granted, we're not doing prime 95, so like it's not like we're going to see the maximum temperatures, but 48 degrees, 49 degrees Celsius. Okay, we're getting up there a little bit, but we can go all the way to 60 degrees Celsius, so we've got almost 10 degrees Celsius headroom here. And we're at 4.5 gigahertz, so I don't think it's a golden chip, but it's doing pretty well, so I'm not going to complain. And we don't have a push-pull configuration on our radiator either. If we had a push-pull, we might be getting even better results. So that's definitely something to keep in mind. 50 degrees, again, still 10 degrees Celsius of headroom. What was our score? 675. All right, that's a notable increase. That's up 13 points. So happy with that. Temperatures were fine, frequencies were fine. So let's just keep going. Nope, we won't save that one. All right. 4.5 gigahertz, let's keep going. All right. 23. No voltage increase yet. I mean, yes, we have voltage increases, but it may actually get to 5 gigahertz. Dude, you have no idea how happy I will be if I could get it to 5 gigahertz. I have had so many FX processors over the years that I have tried to reach to 5 gigahertz, and I have not been able to do it. We're at 4.5. The last 200 or 300 megahertz is the really big hurdle. So I would be stoked if we could get 5 gigahertz. If we get close enough and can't get there today, what I might do is like a quest for 5 gigahertz and do some really crazy stuff to try to get it there. I think that'd be a lot of fun. I've never had a processor that clocked to 5 gigahertz. All right, 4.6. My guess is this is where we're going to start hitting stability issues. That's my guess. I don't know that though. Okay, so core voltage is still dropping to 1.416. So even the high load line calibration isn't doing quite what we want it to do. Yeah, 4.9 I can imagine. I've gotten a FX 6300 to 4.9 gigahertz on liquid cooling, but I never got it to 5. I tried everything. I tried adjusting base frequencies. I tried adjusting all kinds of things. And I think my limiting factor was temperatures, because I don't mind cranking voltage. I've only killed one CPU, and that was definitely due to overvolting, but that was also due to me not knowing what that particular chip's max voltage was. I pushed it well beyond what its max voltage was supposed to be. Our max temp got to 51 degrees Celsius. $685, that's up from the $675. Not a lot. It's only up 10 points from the $675 we were at. But I think at some point diminishing returns start kicking in, and we might be there. We're not going to save that score. We still have some headroom on temperature, so which means we still have some headroom on voltage. So let's see what we can get here. All right. 23.5. That'll put us up to 4.7. Open a window for cooling. Dude, I actually have... Wow, it's 76 degrees in here. I actually have both of the vents to my office closed off, and I'm heating this room exclusively with my mining rig. Okay, my guess is at 4.7 we are going to hit stability issues. You know what? The computer is right next to the window, though. If I change the way the fans on the cooler were blowing, I could get cold air from the outside to blow onto the radiator. I wasn't going to do this today, but you're tempting me very hard to, like, overclock with outside air temperatures. Maybe we need to save that for another day. I want to do it, but I think another day might be better. But in the meantime, let's try to hit that 5 gigahertz if we can. Yes. All right, detection updates. Okay. 4.7 gigahertz. Looks like we're doing all right on our temps, obviously at idle. I'm not sure if it's environmentally friendly cooling, but... Oops. Okay. We're at 48 degrees Celsius, running at our 4.7 gigahertz across all cores. It's showing 1.416 volts in CPU Z. But we'll see how that's obviously staying pretty stable. So 51 degrees Celsius. We still got lots of headroom on voltage in theory. I can't believe it's... I shouldn't jinx it, but I can't believe it's not crashed yet. Did I have a golden chip and not even realize it? Because we aren't pushing it that hard. 52 degrees Celsius. We're not pushing this thing that hard. And we got a score of 700? Okay, that's cool. We got a score of 700. I'm excited now. I'm excited. We're going to save that. Oh, file, quit, and then save. Yes. 700, guys. All right. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Score of 700. I don't know what we could get to. All right. 24. At some point, we've got to start hitting stability issues. Right? I mean, we have to. Yeah, see, as much as I don't mind cooling my CPU with outside air temperatures, I don't want to cool the rest of my office with outside air temperatures because I'm wearing a t-shirt. It could get pretty cold in here. Oh, we did it! We crashed! We crashed! Now we're gonna run into problems. Once you start crashing, every, like, 100 megahertz is a battle. Alright, so our voltage is at 1.45. You know what? I'm going to try something. Instead of adjusting the voltage, I'm going to adjust the load line calibration. See if that works. Well, I'll make sure to have super chats ready next time so we can get a sweater. I appreciate that, man. Come on, get us into Windows. So adjusting load line calibration at least got us into Windows. That's going to affect our temperatures dramatically, though, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, now you can see it. 1.44 volts. 1.452. So, okay, so I needed to go a little bit higher on the load line calibration to get an accurate representation of what voltage we were running at. This is going to greatly impact our temps if it holds at 1.44 volts. Oh, did I not hit run? Or did it crash? It crashed. It crashed hard. All right, guys, we might have hit a problem here. Yeah, 1.55 volts is fine for FX. The problem is not the voltage. The problem is the temperatures. You have almost convinced me to open the window. Almost. Okay. 1.475. Oh, this is going to be way too much voltage. I think we can get roughly 5 degrees if I strap on 2 more fans to the cooler to get push-pull. I think that's what it yielded me, was 5 degrees Celsius, but I'm not sure. Oh, Windows apparently isn't very happy with me. Apparently very unhappy with me. There we go. Okay. Let's just get into Windows. The voltage is just going to be way too high. We're going to have to get more fans or something. I'm going to have to see if I even have the fasteners to stick a fan to it. Oh, FX always loves more voltage. They always love more voltage. It's a matter of what they do with that voltage that becomes an issue. Sometimes they just eat it and don't give you anything in return. That's the worst part. Hoo-wee! She's idling at almost 40 degrees Celsius. This is just gonna run so freaking hot. It'll start thermal throttling. We're at 48 degrees, 52, 55, 56. Oh, could we? 57. Can we make it through the run without hitting 60 degrees? Nope, we crashed. Crashed. Wow. It's not even cooling. That's, well, you know what? Hold on. I'm gonna do it. We're opening the window. Maybe not. Is this window not open? You know what? This window might not open. I don't know if I've ever had it open before. Nope. Never mind. Unfortunately, that window doesn't open. I'm trying to think. My cables aren't long enough to get to that window, and that window doesn't even really open either. We can always slap more fans on it, but I don't think that's going to help much. I'm trying to think of a way. I'm trying to think of a way to do this. I don't think there's a way to do it. I can't get the window open. I'll have to work on that later. Well, I may call it a day. I've got stuff I gotta do still. And seeing as how this is a test stream, we've got almost 3 hours into a test stream. But I had a lot of fun chatting with you guys. It was really good to talk to you guys and interact with the community. I'm really glad to start doing some streaming. So, yeah, let me know if there's anything else you guys want to see in the future. We got 4.7 gigahertz. We got 700 on our multi-core score. So, but I think this is going to be the end of the stream. As always, you guys know how it goes. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe on our channel. Check out our merch at our website, and check out our Discord, because we try to interact with our audience there too, and it's a little bit more casual, and we can discuss builds and stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can pick up a Phenom as well. That dual core Phenom would be a heck of a lot of fun for sure. So, but yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll definitely be doing more of this. And I will catch you guys in the future in another video. Oh, do you have Patreon? We don't have Patreon. I'm going to get a Patreon. I'm going to get set up with that kind of stuff. I appreciate very much that you are asking about it. If you want to help in the meantime, using our affiliate links through our videos for Amazon, or purchasing merchandise for yourself, would we got a merch store up, that would help out. But yeah, we will definitely get those things up. The hardest part right now is getting exclusive content for the Patreon if we were to start it, because I wouldn't want to have a Patreon without being able to give something back exclusively for the patrons. So I'm working on that, but we are definitely going to be figuring that out. So, but yeah, if you want to support us, definitely check out our merch store and use our affiliate links. Yeah, check out our Discord. I remember when we used to have our website up. Before, it was more of a forum style, and there was a lot of activity on there with posting people's builds and stuff, which I really enjoyed. We're trying to get that. So, all right, thanks for checking out the merch. We will catch you guys in the next video. Have a good one.